What's going on, YouTube, man? Today I got you guys with an interesting video why WWE needs Roman Reigns the most right now. Now listen, I'm gonna say it like this, right? And you guys might hate me for this. Listen, it's my opinion. You guys gonna have your opinions in the comment section. Leave it down below. But I'm gonna say it like this, right? Roman Reigns has been in the WWE the least amount of time as John Cena, and he has probably a better impact than John Cena ever did. Let's watch this video though, man. I don't want to waste you guys' time. Let's get to it.
John Cena just wrestled his final match on December 13th, 2025, losing to Gunther at Saturday night's main event in Washington, and the entire retirement tour was a complete mess.
Mad as hell.
The man announced his farewell back in July 2024 at Money in the Bank, got everyone hyped about this being his last year, and WWE promptly dropped the ball in almost every conceivable.
Like, how do y'all, I'm sorry, how do you guys ruin this? I don't understand how people thought that, okay, this is a Netflix era. This is finna be extreme. John Cena has his retirement. He turned heel. This is finna be insane. They had this man turn heel just for him to turn right back. And then he did a whole segment with The Rock and Travis Scott just for it to not be no ending to it. What was the point? I don't know.
Way. They tried turning him heel after Elimination Chamber in March, which Cena himself admitted was an absolute failure, saying he bombed at Fan Expo Chicago. Then they just abandoned the whole angle, reverted him back to the same tired babyface character people had been sick of for years, and proceeded to trot out a series of disjointed matches that felt more like viral moment attempts than actual storytelling. The heel turn was supposed to be this massive moment, but there was zero follow-through, no shocking alliances, no betrayals, no redemption arc, nothing. Just a quick pivot back to
just
Let's
empty.
Go Cena chants, and the same old routine that wore thin a decade ago. The entire tour was 36 dates of wasted potential. Critics have been brutal about it, with multiple outlets giving the run mediocre grades at best. WWE failed to use Cena's final matches to properly elevate new talent, which should have been the entire point of a retirement tour. Instead, we got Brock Lesnar squashing Cena at some ESPN partnership event called WrestlePalooza, a match that served absolutely no purpose other than to pop a moment and draw eyeballs, even though Lesnar is sticking around into 2026 and didn't need the rub. The R-Truth storyline fizzled into nothing. The pacing was terrible, the storytelling was inconsistent, and by the time Gunther won the final match, fans were more interested in what happened after than...
Do you guys see what I mean? It's like they made these stories, like, for instance, right, for the whole John Cena tour, right, and the storyline that was supposed to be built, they never stuck with what the hell with whatever they were gonna do. It was always a switch up. It was switch up after switch up after switch up after switch up after switch up, and eventually fans are going to be confused. They're going to be confused. Why wouldn't they be? The R-Truth stuff didn't make sense. I get it. R-Truth used to be a fan. Well, R-Truth was a fan. Just in the distance, so now R-Truth turned rogue. I get it. Brock Lesnar does what he does best. He just appear, do what he does. I'm gonna see y'all in 3 more months, 4 more months, 5 more months, whenever y'all need me, call me, right? That's always been his motto, which I don't get it. The Rock segment did not make sense. Showed up for what, Netflix era or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Travis Scott did all that stuff, turned heel. I really wish, right? What they would have done, right? And they should have did it earlier, was whenever John Cena was finna turn back to what he was, right, to his normal self, we should have got another John Cena versus The Rock match, right? John Cena is gonna be fighting for his soul in this match, right? If he wins, he gets to walk out his own turn or whatever. It doesn't matter. That's what they should have done. It's like he turned babyface without no explanation to it, just because it wasn't working. It wasn't working in the storyline. I should have been a goddamn director, bro.
Even publications that usually give WWE the benefit of the doubt have called it underwhelming, noting the lack of cohesion and the failure to deliver dream matches in any meaningful way. For someone who's been the ultimate company man who's made excuses for WWE at every turn, even Cena couldn't salvage this train wreck of a send-off. So here we are post-Cena, and WWE desperately needs Roman Reigns more than ever because they've proven they can't book their way out of a paper bag when it matters most.
And you know what's so crazy about this shot is hard. You know what's so crazy about this? Roman Reigns' contract is almost done. I feel like when it's done, he's gonna go to do like he wanna go Hollywood. He wanna go do movies and all that stuff. Bro, they're putting a big bet on Gunther right now that it's actually pretty sickening. If you ask me, Gunther is not he's a great wrestler. Don't get me wrong, but he's not great when it comes down to doing promos. When it comes down to doing promos and just getting the crowd hype or anticipation, Gunther is not your guy. He's not. I've been saying it for the damn longest that if Roman Reigns was to leave today, right, the only person who should be the face of the company, it should be LA Knight. And I'm not wrong about that. Everybody loves LA Knight. He gets the crowd hype. He knows how to cut a promo way better than the old wrestlers do. LA Knight is your best choice when you're thinking long-term, long road, right? Along with that, too, he has a shot to get at the WWE Championship, World Heavyweight Championship. It doesn't matter. I don't understand why they're putting so much into goddamn Gunther. I don't know what they see in Gunther. It's goddamn like how Vince McMahon just love goddamn Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar. I don't see this working out.
Isn't even around that much anymore. His current contract expires after WrestleMania 42 in April 2026. And he's been very clear in interviews with Vanity Fair that he's got maybe another year or two of full-time wrestling left before he transitions to less physical entertainment. The man wants to pursue Hollywood. He's already booked to play Akuma in a Street Fighter movie that starts filming in Australia in August. And he's taking every opportunity to reduce his schedule. Throughout 2025, he's taken multiple hiatuses, showing up for premium live events but barely appearing on weekly television. He was written off after WrestleMania 41 when Paul Heyman turned on him in that triple threat match with CM Punk and Seth Rollins. Then Bron Breakker and Heyman destroyed him on the April 21st Raw. He's been in and out all year, returning for...
Another thing with this too, I don't know what they're going to do with this faction with Paul Heyman. It's like WWE is the most... They are at the... And trust me, I know it's not going to always be like this. It's going to get better in some type of way, right? Hopefully. But I don't understand why Paul Heyman has all these fucking masterpiece guys. He has Bron Breakker, he has Bronson Reed, he has Brock Lesnar, he has Logan Paul, he has Austin Theory, but who gives a damn about Austin Theory, right? What's the whole point of this? It seems like it's so damn weird. It doesn't make sense. It seems like that WWE is so focused on the faction right now. Meanwhile, there's not no other super team out there right now. Yeah, you got Cody Rhodes, you got CM Punk, blah blah blah, but they need their own matches, bro. They do. They need their own matches going on and their own feuds going on, right? And I've been saying this, right? And I need to see when this draft is going to be. I'm really praying to God that I hope that some of these NXT people, and that's probably what it is. WWE, right, on the Raw side and SmackDown side, they really don't have no hard hitters. They had LA Knight, but he's in the hospital. They got rid of Jay wasn't so main eventy that they put him tag team now. Just like Jimmy, Sami Zayn doing Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens, we see him on Saturday or Saturday night's main event. We don't know if he's gonna come back. Then they got Drew McIntyre. It's so weird. WWE is in the most weirdest spot ever, to the point where you do not know what's gonna go on, and the buildup of it is gonna be so slow to the point where the WWE fans are gonna be not as interested, right? I don't know.
Specific events like Crown Jewel, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series War Games in November, but his schedule is so sporadic that it's actually hurting storyline continuity. The problem is that WWE's 2025 creative output has been significantly weaker than the previous 2 or 3 years. Multiple reports confirm that without a strong overarching story like the Bloodline saga, which ran from 2020 through
this was the best time,
the company has struggled to find red-hot narratives at the top of the card. The Cena heel story didn't hit. Jey Uso's World Heavyweight Championship reign ended abruptly, and there's been a noticeable lack of engrossing storylines across the board. Analysts have pointed out that Reigns' legacy as the tribal chief has only grown in retrospect because the current product pales in comparison to what he was doing when fully invested.
And dog, you know what's so funny about the whole Jey Uso, bro? Listen, it was so much Jey Uso hate, like forever. It was so much Jey Uso hate, but it's just that I don't think Jey Uso was ready for that big leadership of being the face of the company. Yeah, he could sell. Well, he can't sell promo, not to me. Yes, his like merch is very, very big. Yes, he could do this and that, but WWE low-key ruined Jey Uso. His whole persona is this whole yeet now, to the point where he gets drained doing this. Everybody knows this. He's drained. The man is drained to the point where he can't complete a whole full match without being gassed out. Everybody hated Jey Uso so much. Now, thank God they picked up on it. But the fans hated Jey Uso so damn much. Not the crowd, they love him, but people outside of it, people hated Jey Uso so much to the point where they said, "Yeah, Jey, you gotta go back to tag team. This ain't working." It's so weird, you know.
That entire bloodline run with all the family drama, Jey Uso's pursuit of independence, Jimmy Uso's torn allegiances, Sami Zayn's emotional betrayal, was appointment television that drew consistently and elevated everyone involved.
It was the best time.
Reigns was the tide that raised all ships, as he himself said before WrestleMania 39, and without that gravitational pull, WWE feels directionless. Yeah. From a business perspective, Roman is still the highest paid performer in WWE, pulling in more than anyone else on the roster. Cody Rhodes might be getting $11 million a year, Seth Rollins around $9 million, Randy Orton $10 million, CM Punk $8 million, and Drew McIntyre $8 million. But Reigns tops them all. Even with his reduced schedule, he's the guy WWE can't afford to lose right now. And they need established main eventers who can deliver ratings and subscriber growth. Reigns provides that stability. When he shows up, people pay attention. His matches still feel like events, even if the build is rushed because of his limited availability. Yep. Look at who WWE actually has right now. Cody Rhodes has been carrying the undisputed WWE Championship for over a year, and he's been excellent, but one guy can't do it all. Listen,
I'm going to say it like this. Ever since, like you said, right, like he said, the whole bloodline from 2020 and 2024 with Cody Rhodes' whole motto is to finish the story, right? Ever since Cody Rhodes won that title, WWE hasn't been as lit anymore. Just because once they finished that story, that was it. It seemed like that it didn't matter no more, to the point where Cody Rhodes is champion. It's cool, but it's like, damn, you know? And it's so funny too, maybe just me just being like the WWE fan, because I ain't gonna lie, I was one of those people where it's like, damn, I'm tired of this man winning. When is he gonna lose? But it's like, you appreciate it more as it's happening, because it's going to happen eventually. But you would have thought it would have been more to it, where, okay, Cody Rhodes won this. Okay, now this is finna start happening. And you know what's crazy too? I would have loved it. Honestly, what if, I don't think it's going to happen, right? What if we had some type of storyline, right, where Cody Rhodes turns rogue, he turns heel? Okay, this is finna be interesting now, right? What happens if you let this man turns heel, right? He lost a match with CM Punk or whatever, blah blah blah. Cody Rhodes did some dirtbag shit to CM Punk or whoever. He just not him anymore, right? You could have had that happen. The next thing you know, you could have probably built something up with Randy Orton, have a triple threat match now with goddamn CM Punk versus Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. That would have been the best triple threat match ever in its time. You feel me? That's my thinking on what should happen. If WWE want to choose a path on, okay, we're confused now on what we want to do. We need something that's gonna get people thinking, that's gonna shock people. Something that no one expected. Something that people did expect, but they think so soon. Let Cody Rhodes turn heel. It'll be interesting. I really feel like it would be.
CM Punk finally got to headline WrestleMania 41 after years of waiting, only to get double-crossed by Heyman, then won his first World Championship in 12 years at SummerSlam before Rollins cashed in Money in the Bank minutes later. His 2025
I can't wait for Seth Rollins to
full
come
of big
back,
moments,
man.
but no sustained title runs. Seth Rollins has been dealing with legitimate injuries, including a knee issue at Saturday night's main event in July that threw off creative plans. Drew McIntyre has been working his tail off, but keeps coming up short when gold is on the line, losing to Punk, Jey Uso, and Rollins repeatedly.
Yeah.
Jey Uso won the World Heavyweight Championship.
And personally, bro, I feel like what's going to happen. I would be very, very surprised if Drew McIntyre stays in the WWE once his contract is over with. I'll be so surprised. I don't see it.
Championship at WrestleMania 41, which few thought possible just a few years ago, but even that felt like it lacked the impact it should have had. The roster is talented, don't get me wrong. You've got rising stars like Bron Breakker being positioned as the next big thing through his alliance with Heyman and pairing with Seth Rollins.
He needs to go solo.
He just had an instant classic with Cody Rhodes at Saturday night's main event. Before Drew McIntyre interfered, Bronson Reed, Jacob Fatu, and others are being groomed for bigger roles. But none of them have the established star power that Reigns brings to the table. When Roman returned at Raw in November to confront Brock Lesnar and add himself to the War Games match at Survivor Series, it immediately felt like a bigger deal than anything else happening on the...
And people got to understand too that this is expectations. There were probably not right now. There will be in the future, but not so recently, right? There would be no one in any WWE business who would have a bigger impact than Roman Reigns. As of right now, no, it's out the question. It doesn't matter.
Show. That's what star power does. It elevates everything around it through sheer presence. The reality is that Reigns' part-time schedule in 2025 has been frustrating for fans precisely because they know what he's capable of when fully committed. He's only had one match on weekly television this year, that January 6th showdown with Solo Sikoa on Raw that everyone loved. Everything else has been premium live events. Triple H and the creative team haven't had enough of Reigns on weekly shows to build the complex layered storylines that require multiple appearances over months. Instead, they've been forced into more instantaneous feuds that create momentary buzz but fail to register as truly memorable. The man appeared at almost every major PLE except Evolution, but his limited weekly show appearances meant storylines felt rushed.
I love Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns.
That's not ideal for anyone, but it's the reality of where Reigns is in his career. He's managing chronic leukemia, which he was first diagnosed with back in 2007.
I forgot he had that.
2018, and he's openly stated he's got to be careful about his bump card, the number of knocks a wrestler can absorb before their body gives out. But here's where WWE finds itself in an impossible situation. They need Reigns because nobody else commands attention the same way, yet Reigns is actively winding down his career and prioritizing Hollywood. His contract expires after WrestleMania 42, and while he's indicated he'll likely sign one more short deal for another year or two maximum, that's it. By WrestleMania 44 in 2028,
he's gonna still be part-time.
Absolute latest, he's done taking bumps regularly. He wants to be selective with acting roles, modeling his approach after Quentin Tarantino, taking quality projects rather than churning out sequels like his cousin Dwayne Johnson did with Fast and Furious. He's already getting tons of scripts but can't commit to many because of WWE responsibilities. Once he's free of those obligations, he's out. Meanwhile, WWE's creative struggles in 2025 have made it painfully obvious how much they leaned on the bloodline story and Reigns as the tribal chief. Triple H inherited that storyline when he became chief content officer, and while he gets credit for pushing Jey Uso into the main event and strapping the rocket to Solo Sikoa as SmackDown's focal point for much of 2024, those were characters that Reigns and Heyman had already fleshed.
Like, bro, these are the best times that you cannot. These are the best times that you can't dupe. You can't dupe. WWE just doesn't have that many. They just don't have that much superstar power to just do anything to do just whatever they want when it comes down with directing stuff. Their biggest messed up that they ever did was letting LA Knight get hurt the way he did. Take him out of action. Who knows? Maybe he'll come back for Royal Rumble. Maybe we don't know. We don't know. But they blew it, man. I don't even know what to say. It's speechless, man. Comment down below, man, y'all thoughts on this, on what's the best move from here on out to get WWE back in order. Me personally, I say make Cody Rhodes turn heel and possibly just go from there. Jay is done. They're done with Jay. Jay's tag team now. But I feel like to put things back in order while they figure things out is to put Cody as heel.
Out and perfected over 3 years. Like any writer taking over a hit show in its 4th season, Triple H was working with established personalities. Now that Reigns lost to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40 and the Bloodline saga has fractured with Heyman's heel turn, WWE hasn't found anything close to that level of compelling storytelling.
They won't be able to
the
right
high
now.
drama that accompanied everything Reigns touched, the way every name in his orbit got elevated, Zayn becoming the purest babyface in wrestling, Jay becoming arguably the most popular babyface on the roster and winning the World Heavyweight title, Solo headlining PLEs, Jacob Fatu being positioned as a future top star, Kevin Owens and Drew McIntyre seeing their prominence heightened exponentially just by being Reigns' opponents. All of that came from Reigns and Heyman's commitment to character and story. WWE is in transition mode whether
I'm ready
they
for
want
Jay to
to
become a
admit it
champion,
or
man.
not. Cena is gone.
deserves it.
Reigns is on borrowed time. Lesnar keeps coming back, but he's 50 years old and not the full-time answer. The Rock isn't committing to anything concrete for WrestleMania 41 or beyond, despite teasers about facing Cody Rhodes. Randy Orton is in incredible shape for his age, but he's also a veteran in the twilight of his career. The reality is that Triple H and WWE's creative team need to figure out how to build sustainable stuff.
That's why I said it. Have heel Cody Rhodes do something to CM Punk. Next thing you know, Randy Orton gets involved. Now you have a triple threat match with the 3 biggest superstars that are in the WWE right now. You got Randy Orton, you got CM Punk, and you got Cody Rhodes. Come on now. And let Paul Heyman lead Cody Rhodes. I feel like when Paul Heyman is on the side of whoever he is with, they are at the best. Look at Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns was the best by himself, don't get me wrong, but Paul Heyman made it better. He made it better.
Who can carry the company for the next decade, and they need to do it fast. But in the meantime, they absolutely cannot afford to waste whatever time they have left with Roman Reigns. Every appearance needs to mean something. Every program needs to elevate someone. Every match needs to feel important. Because once he's gone, there's no safety net. The roster is talented, but talent alone doesn't create draws. Star power is something different, something harder to manufacture, and Reigns has it in spades. WWE needs him now because they fumbled Cena's exit, and they can't afford to fumble Reigns too. The clock is ticking. His contract expires in 16 months, and after that, it's 1 or 2 more years maximum before he walks away for good. That's not a lot of runway to work with when you're trying to build the future while still relying on the past.
You guys seen it here, man. Comment down below, man, you guys' thoughts. Like I said, WWE is in the most weirdest place. In my opinion, I feel like that you guys should keep on with it, because things will get better. Trust me, it always does. It's going to get worse before it gets better. You feel me? That's just the reality of it. But I'm gonna catch y'all guys in the next one, man. Peace.